You know, Charlamagne, I hate to say it, but I'ma say it. I think the chickens done come home to roost on your ass. But a karma that you put out when you went hard on Bill Cosby and when you thought you was slick and funny by roasting Monique. Let's get into it, shall we? Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Miss Analytical Radio Show with your host, Miss Analytical, coming to you straight out of NYC on this Friday night. Yes, honey. Yes, I got paid today. I'm lit. My bank account is looking really cute. I'm feeling good. I'm just, happy. And basically, I really gotta talk about this thing with Charlemagne the God. I've been hearing about this since last week when Star from the legendary Star and Buckwild show posted the upcoming interview with Jessica Reid, who is, I have to say for legal purposes, the alleged victim of Charlemagne the God raping her. But I have to also say, when I heard the snippet of it, my mouth dropped. I'm not gonna lie. And I'm telling you, I'm against the Me Too movement. I've said it. I'm against the Me Too movement for my personal reasons. If you want to check out my criticism of Me Too movement video, please do so. It's posted on my YouTube channel as well as my Spreaker.com page. However, I'm going to come at it right now and give you the story and my opinion of Charlemagne of the God's rape accuser, Jessica Reid. So here it goes. So on Monday, Star basically posted the interview he had with Jessica Reid, who in 2001 was a 15-year-old girl that lived in South Carolina. She lives in Berkeley County. And she goes into details about what occurred. So this is basically the court documents. So I'm downloading the court documents as we speak, but I'm going to give a backstory as while they're loading. Jessica Reid was 15 years old and she knew Charlemagne through another person. Okay. According to her, Charlemagne actually really was approaching her and he actually wanted to date her. She informed him that she actually herself was 15. So she said she never lied about her age. She never ever lied about where she was from. She kept it really 100 with him. There was another girl at this party named Malika Joyner. Now, I'm going to go into detail about the documents. Now, I'm going to say this. According to the documents obtained, Charlemagne the God, whose real name is Leonard Larry McKelvey, was arrested on July 22nd, 2001 on a warrant stemming from a charge of criminal sexual conduct with a minor in the second degree for an incident that allegedly occurred the month before. So it happened pretty much June. And more specifically, the documents accuse the then 22-year-old Charlemagne of willfully and unlawfully and feloniously engaged in penile vaginal intercourse with a 15-year-old female child. Prosecutors said the morning of June 9th, the Berkeley County Sheriff's Office was contacted by the victim's mother, who had been told her daughter was sexually assaulted. The 15-year-old girl, named Jessica Reid, was transported to the local hospital where examinations by doctors corroborated her story that a sexual assault had occurred. The hospital also obtained a statement from the girl implicating Charlemagne in the alleged assault. According to the police reports, the cops responded to the Short Stay Naval Recreational Center in Charleston, South Carolina, on the early morning of June 9, 2001, in response to an alleged rape. They came into contact with two females, one of them being Jessica Reid, and the other one named Malika Joyner. Now, police noted the girls appeared very intoxicated and did not know where they were or how they got to the location. Reid was crying uncontrollably, and her friend explained that somebody had picked them up from a nearby residence and gave them a liquid to drink, and that one of the girls claimed the drink tasted like soda. Reid's friend said the last thing she remembered, and this is Malika Joyner, she remembers waking up with a man trying to kiss her. She told the officer she fought the man off and then found Reid in the room across from where she was, naked and crying, stating that she had been raped. The girl then called her mom, who called 911. During the case, Reid was uncooperative with the prosecution, and as a result, they felt a conviction of Charlemagne on the arrest charge would be impossible. He ultimately pleaded guilty to a lesser charge of contributing to the delinquency of a minor and was sentenced to 3 years probation. The case was disposed in 2002. Now, fast forwarding to 16 years later, and 32-year-old Jessica Reid now says she never received closure from the incident. I'm sorry about that. So pretty much, she never received closure and on the incident has not been able to get over it. So Reid's mother, Jocelyn, tells the Blast she was trying to protect her daughter from suffering when she was 15 years old and stopped her from cooperating in the prosecution. Jocelyn says she now supports her daughter 100% and believes closure is needed to truly end Jessica's suffering and pain. We're told Reid is seeking legal representation and wants to reopen the criminal case against Charlamagne. Jocelyn says she and her daughter have already notified officials in Berkeley County about their intentions and requested information on the steps needed to go forward. Although too much time has passed for a civil case, South Carolina has no statute of limitations on prosecution for sexual assault, criminal sexual conduct with a minor. The New York Times bestselling author is not one to shy away from controversy, especially regarding himself, and has previously addressed the incident during the interview with DJ Academics. He addressed the rape charge but was adamant he did not commit the crime. During the initial investigation, Charlemagne did submit to DNA tests and cooperate in the case and has maintained from the beginning that he did not sexually assault Jessica Reid. Now, I'm going to go in depth with this case because I got a whole lot to say. Now, according to Jessica Reid, like I had said earlier, she knew Charlemagne through a mutual friend. Charlemagne, according to her interview with DJ Star, she said that Charlemagne had obtained her number and asked her to attend the party. She never once gave Charlemagne her number. Now, he told her his age at the time. He told her that he was 21 and she was 15. She knew that she was 15 according to her, and pretty much he didn't care. Now, Jessica Reid has stated that he was trying to get with her, and she told him, I'm 15 years old. I don't think it's cool of us dating, but he definitely wanted to hang out with her. So when this party came about, the person that she had her number, he went hard pursuing Jessica Reid, according to her. And so she decided to go to the party, and she thought the party would be, innocent, whatnot, like a teen party, just going to a party, whatever. Now, I do question her going to a party that was hosted by, a grown person, but she didn't think Charlemagne was a creep, but he did want her. Okay? Now, she said that at the party that she passed out drinking a liquid, a substance. It was cola, but it was spiked. And pretty much the cousin supposedly was charged as well. Now, according to Charlemagne, he went down to the courthouse because he was trying to get his cousin off. And then basically they charged him with the crime, but he pled to a lesser offense to getting off, which was, hosting a party unlawfully and willingly and unlawfully, and hosting a party where basically minors were going to be there and alcohol was being served. And he got probation. Now, I'm going to go into the crux of this. I believe, and I'm going to be honest with you, I believe her. And I don't like to believe people right away from rape because I look at the facts. But it's something in the tone of this young lady that tells me that she is telling the truth. It is something in her voice. It is something in these documents that I'm reading that is telling me that this ain't some Me Too, witch hunt. This is something that happened to her. Now, did Charlamagne the God rape her? Did the cousin rape her? Hey, it would have been pretty much important to have a trial to find out, but that's something that unfortunately the public will never know. But she believes Charlamagne raped her. Now, I'm going to talk about Charlamagne. Charlamagne, you were one of the few black men that went hard on Me Too, particularly with Bill Cosby. And you were really criticizing him and said that he should go to jail because he was spiking women's drinks, putting stuff in their drinks, pills, knocking them out, and raping them. But isn't it funny that you're accused of the same crime that happened 16 years ago? Actually 17 years ago, when you was in South Carolina and you weren't even famous, and you went hard on one black man and you was accused of something like that too. Now, second of all, I'm gonna go even harder on Charlamagne because you actually will talk about this woman on the airwaves of the Breakfast Club and how she lied on you. And like you would say, I had a rape charge and she lied on me. And basically, she tried to ruin my life. I could have went to jail for serious time and this woman lied on me. And, she accused me of being a rapist, all this stuff, blah, 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 blah. Okay. You basically taunted this girl for years. You didn't even have to ever publicize the story. You could have kept it and brushed it under the rug. But this show is nationally syndicated. And I'm sure Jessica Reid or maybe Jessica Reid's family members and Jessica Reid now lives in Virginia. And if I'm not mistaken, doesn't the Breakfast Club air over the airwaves in Virginia? Yeah, so I'm sure she's heard the show. And I'm also sure she saw it on the website. People talk. You didn't think that she was going to find out that she was mentioning her, maybe not her name, but she was mentioning her here and there and calling her a liar. That's pretty much slander. Now, then, on top of that, I heard an interesting, podcast on The Brilliant Idiot, where you, Charlamagne the God, you actually discussed the story of how you helped your friend, your boy, who was your cousin, and it was really weird and creepy. And she was a white girl, and you spiked her drink, and supposedly had sex with her, but you said it wasn't rape. And my thing with you, I'm going to say this, Charlamagne, I think you told on yourself. I think that this whole thing with Jessica Reid has been basically getting on your head. I think it's been in conscience. So pretty much so, with this story that he spoke about with this girl, he admitted to giving a white girl Spanish fly and having sex with her. And he was having sex with her while she wasn't coherent. Now, I heard this because the thing about me is that I'm not going to go by hearsay. I want to know if he actually said it. So I listened to it about, I believe, yesterday. And pretty much, he talks about how he gave this woman Spanish fly and had sex with her while she was wasted. And he also admitted that he insisted that the sex was consensual, but he did admit that his partner did not remember the encounter and wasn't coherent at the time. So basically, if this is true, Charlamagne the God, you raped her. And your brilliant idiot's co-host, who I can't stand, Andrew Schultz, alludes that you raped her. You raped her. But then when Bill Cosby gets charged, you going hard on Bill Cosby. And yes, Bill Cosby did a sketch where he talked about giving a woman Spanish fly. And that wasn't funny at all. But at the same time, at least Bill Cosby didn't say, I got her drunk and we had sex. He just said, Spanish fly was something that you gave a girl. We know what it kind of means, but it was a joke and it was a story, but he never said anything after that. He just let you, assume whatever. But you, Charlamagne, you admitted that you got the girl real drunk and you said the exact words, and we fucked. And Andrew Schultz went in on you, and I can't stand Andrew Schultz. But on this particular case, I co-sign him. Now, he probably went in on you because you said it was a white girl. But still, I think, you was dirty. And then you said that a lot of your boys had sex with her. But then you try to shy away from that because you said, running a train on her, that's rape. And I'm not down with that. But if it's one-on-one, it's not rape. I think you at one time was a habitual rape. You was doing that. And I'm going to tell you something. I know guys like you that did that shit to girls. Okay? And there's a lot of girls in my community that's walking around here hurt because of dudes like you. I believe you did that shit to Jessica Reid. I really do believe it. And I'm going to tell you something. The fact that you destroyed, you was one of the black men that helped to destroy Bill Cosby's legacy. You went hard on that shit to tear down an old man. And I'm going to be honest with you. Most of those women, I would say maybe only 2 or 3 of them maybe had plausible cases. But the rest of them chicks, you could tell they was lying. But your stuff that you got on you, homeboy, you a dirty dude. I believe you a rapist. I believe you raped women. I really do. And for that case, we know that more than likely the case can't be reopened because you pled to a lesser charge. But I'm going to say this, Jessica Reid, you better sue the socks off of him. Because when he defames your character and mentioned that you lied, that was all over the FCC airwaves. And the FCC is controlled by the federal government. And you can't sue him in the state of South Carolina. But you can take it to the federal. And baby, you better get a lawyer and you better sue him on some federal charges on civil federal statutes. Because what he did, he defamed your character nationwide. He didn't mention your name, but he defamed you because he brought that case up. You better get a lawyer. Baby, you better sock it to him. You better sock it to him. And another thing, too, your karma is coming to you, Charlamagne, because of what you did to Monique. You called her donkey of the day, and that woman was fighting for her people. She was fighting for black artists to get their just due, and you made her a donkey of the day, and that woman is nowhere near the type of person you are. That woman has never joked about drugging a dude. Okay, in any of her comedy sketches. You can say what you want about Monique's mouth. You can say what you want about the way she handled the whole thing with Lee Daniels and Tyler Perry, but she's never ever made a joke about that. But you did, Charlamagne. You did. Okay? Not even Bill Cosby went to extremes of talking about Spanish fly. But you did. Okay? You really did. Alright? And I just got one more thing to say before I wrap this up. I noticed that your wife's name is Jessica. And from looking at her photo, She has the exact same image of Jessica Reid. I'm more inclined to believe either you liked Jessica before you met your girlfriend, or you was with your girlfriend and you met this Jessica, maybe because you and your wife broke up and you probably had to have her. I'm just going in. I'm not saying it's the case, but it's something little off settling about that too. But I'm just going to wrap it up and say karma is truly a bitch. And I believe that Charlamagne's karma is coming. He's probably more than likely is not going to have the case reopened because he pled guilty lesser charge. But I believe those petitions are going to come real strong. And on that note, this is your girl, Miss Analytical, signing off. Stay tuned for my next upcoming videos that's going to be posted this weekend. I'm really want to thank everybody that's been supportive of me, watching my videos, continuously signing up to subscribe to my channel. I really truly appreciate it. And on that note, good night, take care, and have a wonderful weekend and be safe. Take care.